Good evening. I can't believe the weekend's almost over. What's up, Car? St. Jolene, Car, congrats on the win, by the way. Mad Mania is here.
Beer.
I see Iceman here.
An inspiration.
Captain is here. Thank you all for jumping on today. Nothing really on the agenda, so if there's something you want to do, just let me know. We'll see if we can do it. $500 donation. I'll split it with you, Matt, to Zero Mad Mania, and we'll get her done. Osiris League, you know, once again.
Jolene is really slow. I beat her to it. Tilda zany face, zany face, zany face, zany face, zany face.
Oh my lord. Zany face, zany face, zany face. Jolly Jolene is really slow. I beat her to it. Na 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 na. Should be Neener Neener, right? Yeah, back to Osiris League, right? So I think in the realm of Anubis, we've got 93T and JST. Looks to be a promising match. I have all my coins on 93T, so let's hope that they do well. 60MX versus OWR. So MX had an excellent match today against 3379. They lost the first two arcs, but during the second arc, they managed to capture and hold 3379 structures for, I would say, at least 8 to 10 minutes. And that made the first two arcs pretty much null and void. At one point, the points per minute were like 1,200 to 170. It was crazy. And then the third arc, 1960 60MX, they went in there full force and they absolutely demolished 3379's middle force in less than 60 seconds. So it was a very good match to watch, a very fun match to watch. I'm very happy for those of you on the 60MX team, Car, Cortex, Redline. Unfortunately, it will delay Redline's migration here, right? Based on the time frames, the finals are on 5/25, and then I think, right, 5/25 they play all three games, and then I think Redline is going to have to wait until after 5/26 to migrate here, so he gets his rewards, which is completely fine. We'll be able to register once Redline gets here and have no issues there. As far as the other realms, I don't think there were many surprises here. Well, Beer, I guess you could call Beer a surprise. This right side of the bracket was kind of meh. 49 should, in my opinion, 49 should easily win this division. In Realm of Sobek, I really don't know any of these teams here. I'm not going to pretend like I do. AE seem to kind of walk through their competition pretty handily. 47A didn't even show up here. It's a shame. You make it to the top 16 and you don't show up for the top 16 match, but it is what it is. As far as bets go, I haven't bet a lot this KVK. Horace, I did bet 200 coins on OWR. Anubis, I bet a little bit on 1188 just because they were the underdog. Bastet, we won a ton. We won a ton on 49. And so back we won a few on EE at one point in time. I think this is the first time I recall Beer making it this far, though. What's up, Ape? We had a super solid arc ourselves today. We had a few people not show up, which was kind of problematic. but we ended up winning 33-55. They absolutely crushed us in Ark of Osiris, in the middle for arcs number 2 and 3. So very close match. I mean, they sent everyone to the middle for that second and that third arc. And we were able to take and hold some structures while they did that. But it was a good match. It was a fun match. It was a competitive match. Those matches that you just win like 50,000 points to nothing. Oh, and then the match yesterday, our Team 2 match, 6 combatants versus 18 combatants. And they crushed them by like 50,000. Get a lot of what, Car? I'm sorry. And once again, my mute button is not working, but oh well. Yeah, Apo said he felt really bad for these 18 players. They were all around 20-30 million power. Clearly a newer team, 3604. Probably a lot of natives there too, so they got fucking rolled, but it is what it is. Snow Goose coming in with 5 gifted. Thank you, Snow Goose. Appreciate you, sir. Members in the chat, please remember, drop that Snow Goose emoji. Help me thank Snow Goose. If you've got a gifted membership from Snow Goose, please take a moment. Thank him personally. Confuse KVK with OL. What? I've been up since 2 o'clock in the morning. I think I woke up at 2 o'clock. I sent farmers out. I ran a few barb forts, did some barbarians. Went back to bed for an hour, woke up, did a couple hours of work. And then jumped on, streamed with Apo, the 13 match. Played Ark at the 1400 hour, and then streamed again at 1300. What's up, Skitty? We're sending some archers here. Might as well do this barbarian keep. So over the weekend, I did get enough blueprints to finally crit this chess piece here on the second cavalry march. I'll work on those boots next. Let's get those to level 3. I don't want to get those too high. I don't want this march running out in front of everything. But we are not the main cavalry guy here, so we have not focused on cavalry. This is my first infantry set. Arch formation still with Lucci. Second infantry set. Looking good. KVK stuff. Obviously, I'm doing archer, KVK weapon, and helmet first. Pincer formation for BIQ, BICHI, BIQ, barbecue, whatever we want to call them these days. Car likes the big baguettes with no lube. BICHI, okay. Barbecue. Next MGE, I am assigned 8th place. So we'll get Tokugawa. Plenty of goldies though. not the main garrison guy, and as I understand it, he works best in a pass. Not so great against the swarm, so. We'll get him there. We'll get him there. We're saving for the next set of archers that come up. It's hard to tell, Captain. I've seen some reports that are outstanding, but those are in KVKs with auxiliary skills. You know, and without seeing the equipment players are using, the armaments players are using, it's hard to really tell. The general consensus from people I trust is that he's not very good against the swarm. Best use is in a pass. Problem is, if you use him in Gorgo, it's you got to fill it with pure infantry. And as you know, when we have anywhere from 3 to 4 kingdoms in our camp, getting people in our coalition to use pure infantry is problematic at times. So my thought is, in most flags, we're still going to use the Gorgo Hera, or Cho Hera. If we were a Mega Imperium Kingdom, then it would be much easier to control the players and have smart players that would solo fill with infantry. We use mixed for almost anything unless a small specific front where we just use the one troop. It's mixed troops isn't his thing. See, Car's agreeing there. I mean, I think we saw a Toku Hera in one of the ARC matches today, and it was iffy. It was iffy. I mean, if somebody had a gun to my head to dump gold universals into a commander right now this second, it would be Lapu Lapu. Yeah, we've got so many players with Gorgo Hera, it's not even funny. If I've got my 3rd infantry set on my Gorgo, I can still throw her in a flag. And quite honestly, we swarm down most rallies anyway. Yeah, I mean, if you've got 11 different touch points, that's problematic in and of itself. Yeah, I mean, EP, yeah, I mean, I get it, right? But then you got to have an R4 just sitting there, monitoring the troops that are in that pass 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, kicking out the non-infantry troops. I mean, you pretty much have to anyway, kicking idiots who reinforce from too far away, but at the same time, to dedicate an R4 to do that is never any fun. And last KVK, we were getting better trades attacking the pass with Forza's Attila Subutai than we were getting garrisoning the pass. So yeah, that's the beauty of Hera. I mean, I'm not saying it's impossible, right? But, you know, here's the thing also. Pure infantry garrison. Infantry is my lowest troop type at the moment. I killed more cavalry in this last KVK, I think, than anything. Archers, just barely archers. But I had more archers to start with anyway. I mean, we got great R4s here. I mean, there's at least 15, 20 different people that I would be comfortable giving the R4 title to at pretty much any point in time. Oh yeah. I don't launch your rally. Don't launch your rally with archers if you don't have the field and you don't have reinforcements there. But I mean, you could say the same about any rally, right? Especially if you're going into enemy territory and that flag or that fort is surrounded by cities. You really need to own a field. Any rally can get swarmed down. It doesn't matter what it is. It's just, are you willing to pay the hospital bill? Are you the thing is, are you playing a KVK to get good reports and have trades, or are you playing to win? I forget if it's Ash Henry or if it's Henry Nebu that's the quote-unquote anti-swarm archer rally. But yeah, I mean, I don't send archer rallies unless we own the field. We may launch the rally well before we own the field, right? And just anchor it. And then move in, take the field, and pop the anchor as soon as we have the field. Yeah, I mean, if you're losing a KVK, that's one thing. Trades. I know I'm generally not looking at my reports during KVK. I don't always get favorable trades because I'm generally up front, leading the charge, doing the tanking. But if my reports are not so great and everyone else behind me is getting the work done and their reports are great, then hey, I'm doing my job. And that will only become easier that became way easier with Forza here last KVK, with Redline coming. We're gonna have some fun. Forza, Redline, and I, and the rest of these guys, we're gonna have some fun. Yeah, that's hard, right? It's hard when people give up when they see negative trades. You know, and a lot of times that's the case in many kingdoms. Agreed, EP. Stats do not tell the full story about a player. Whether it's kills or deads, it doesn't tell the full story about the player. Which is why we do voice interviews for anyone coming to this kingdom to ensure that we know the person behind the numbers. What's up, Electro King? I'm sure you guys already know, but in case you do not, Electro King is the man behind the graphics. He makes all my stuff. Intros, outros, overlays, profile pictures, you name it, he does it. If you are in need of graphics of any kind, Rise of Kingdoms related, or not even Rise of Kingdoms related, you can find him on my Discord. Yeah, I mean, the last thing I want to see is people chasing kill points. We're very objective focused. Now, if all the enemy flags are burning and all our flags are protected, hey, go chase your kill points. You have fun. But as soon as we rally a flag, or as soon as we need help defending a flag, you better fall back. You better be there. Yeah, I can't tell you the number of times, Snow Goose. Well, guys, flag number 6 is getting rallied. I'll swarm the rally down. You just keep fighting over there. And that's kind of our mentality here. You know, and in this day and age where accounts are being bought and sold every other day, you just never know what kind of player you're getting unless you do a voice interview with them. Is it an experienced player that knows how to play this game, or is it some new player who went through KVK1 on a new account and on a brand new account, and then you just bought a new account at 30 billion kill points and really doesn't know how to play the game? Yeah, skitty players like that don't last long here. It's one thing if you're not near the flag or not near the fort that's being rallied, you know, trying to prevent reinforcements from coming in. It's a whole other thing if you're halfway across the map, fighting for kill points. Ooh, nice! We got the double. Players of yours who we train and build up. Yeah, and I can respect that, right? It's just any of us here have played this game long enough where the last thing we want to do is teach a new player how to play the game. So I've got 7 full pendant blueprints, so I leave those for others. I will grab the purples and I will grab the blues though, and the greens, so that I can sell them in the Alliance shop and get credits. Two Academy Alliances, yeah, we only have 1 domain. What kingdom are you in? 1394? Okay. Yep, nope, we don't, we got 1 domain here. Right, 8.1 billion. You know, a lot of these farms have, you know, a lot of these have City Hall 24s in them. There are some 25s. Who have farms at level 25 should either be in the cloud if they're over 25 million power, they need to make sure that they're using those actively in KVK to fill farms and fill rallies. Now what, 21 players over 10 billion kill points? Our main alliance, 583 billion kill points. We're doing okay. Low AC, subversive. Yeah, I mean, the hardest thing to manage in this game is farm accounts. Right? We want to be a one alliance kingdom. We want to stay around that 70 to 80 main accounts. But for those main accounts to survive, they have to have farms. Generally, in our KVKs, we try to use our farms to fill flags, fill rallies. But that's what you have allies for in KVK as well. We will send our rally leads to multiple fronts in multiple kingdoms, as we do with some of our garrison players if our allies need garrison players. Yeah, recently we've tried to minimize the number of farms over 25 million power. And you can have a decent farm at less than CH25 farm at less than 25 million power and still be able to use it effectively in KVK. You just gotta start thinking about that when you start building the farm rather than after the fact. I never want to get to where we have to use domains. Too many players. Do we have resource sellers? No comment. Sellers, plural, no. I honestly say we do not have resource sellers. And I have 11 farms myself. Two other email addresses as well. I always grab the last pendant fragments I found. What's up, classified? No, I mean they have bundles that you can buy. Resources in them. I think we got all of them there, didn't we? Some hidden. $19.60 and $26.38. Got no match found. 17, 19, 29, 41, 32, 51 will fight in the heroic anthem as high seeds. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, we got a couple people that asked for vacation tickets for the next KVK, and you know, more than willing to give those out if they plan ahead like that. 1818 got no match found. Why would you register for Nile? That is the new. Find the marching troop, right? That is the new marching effect. I don't like it, to be honest with you. I would be fine if this just had the lightning shooting out the backside. I don't like this big blue thing surrounding the front of the march. That's just that's overkill. If it just had the lightning coming out the back end, I think it'd be perfect. Well, is that, like I said, Ally's going for it. Yeah, I mean, it definitely looks better than the little flower poop droppings that were coming out the back end for the other animation. But I don't know that I'll be this reminds me of the police horses in a parade that are taking a dump as they walk along a parade route, typically followed behind by people sweeping up the poop and putting it in 30-gallon pails. This is overkill though. The lightning coming out the backside, it looks sick. But I probably won't be popping this again. I just wanted to see what it does. We got a 30-dayer on here. Clock says he's from 3251, excited to fight either 1719 or 2941. Is that a dragon? Maybe from the side. Okay, I can see where you're coming from there. I don't know. I mean, the best animation in the game is still this one here. That's just sick. And in our KVKs, when people see you poured in with that animation, half the time they turn tail and run. Like, oh shit, Lambo's here, Forza's here, Snow Goose is here. We better skedaddle. Okay, Alloys, get it. Get it. Oh, did I miss this one? Damn it. We'll set a few ones out for it. Sell those in the shop. That's why I grab all those. Skedaddle. Yes, you heard me say skedaddle. That's a tough question, EP. What's going on, Onyx? That's a tough question. I don't know. I can't say if matchmaking is done automatically by an algorithm or if there's someone sitting behind a keyboard actually making the matchups. I tend to think that there is someone pulling the strings. I'll pay to get 03, 1029. That's all we need, right? 303 and 1029, and camp is done. There's no way 1316 was going to balance 1029. There's no way anyone could balance with 1316. I mean, they had over 1 trillion kill points. We had 500 million. Right? I mean, not to mention in our last KVK, 1316 got 2 very good kingdoms in the camp with them. We had 1003, which is like dead weight. You know, they were great when it was kill event and MGE. They were all out there fighting then. But when it wasn't kill event, or there wasn't one of us on the front lines garrisoning and rallying for them, they didn't do a whole lot hill of beans. 3228, they tried hard. Their second domain, they tried hard. Yeah, it was just such a weird match last KVK. It wasn't even funny. You know, and I probably shouldn't even say this. Probably shouldn't even say this, but have you ever noticed the nationality of some of the kingdoms getting those super favorable matchups? Coincidence? I mean, if 1960 continues to get no match founds, I guarantee you that they will be put into a match by somebody. Right? I mean, the amount that those players spend in KVK, Lilith is losing money every time 1960 gets a no match found. Seriously. You really think somebody sits there and goes through the data? No. No. I mean, one of the things that I want is greater transparency on matchmaking. There are kingdoms out there that can seem to manipulate matchmaking to their will. Right? Whether it's going inactive in the off season and doing nothing in the off season so they get matched with lower kill point kingdoms. Whether it's removing gear, removing armaments, removing formations from all their commanders. Bears still suck. Absolutely, Nugget. Amen to that. And thank you for the 14 months, by the way. You know, whether it's filling hospitals, doing, you have 600 players that remove gear, armaments, formations, and fill their hospitals. It's going to impact matchmaking. It might not be an insanely huge impact, but it's going to impact matchmaking. You know, so I want to see some greater transparency in matchmaking. Exactly what does Heroic Anthem look for first? Is it kingdom nationality? Is it kill points? Is it deads? Is it activity? Exactly what does Strife of the Eight look for first, right? I mean, each of these KVKs, as I was told years ago, looks at a different metric first to do the matchups. So I just want some greater transparency there. Let us know what's going on. Some kingdoms are manipulating matchmaking. And I refuse to do that here. I'm not going to ask our players to double fill hospitals. I'm not going to ask them to, remove all their gear, remove all their armaments. That's a pain in the ass. So we're just going to go in, we're going to fight, we're going to have fun. Years ago, somebody told me that, and where's our alliance here? Years ago, we changed our alliance language to, I believe it was Chinese or Korean, in an attempt to get into a camp with another kingdom. And we registered at the same time. So we'll see. We'll see. Last few KVKs, you had only Asian kingdoms. And I don't mind that. I'm not saying I mind that, right? It's kind of nice sometimes to have opposite time zones in the same camp so that there's constant uptime within the camp. That's the other thing I'm not liking about this game currently is pilots. And let me be straight, let me be clear. I'm fine with a couple of friends sharing an account and playing on an account together. What I'm not fine with is there are Discord servers with paid pilots. There are piloting groups that will pilot for players in one KVK, and then that KVK is over, they go and pilot for players in another KVK. And so on and so on and so on, right? That is what I have a problem with. It's really, really hard, and it will never happen. They make too much money off of it for them to say, okay, it's against terms of service, we're going to stop allowing this. Right? But paid pilots are a problem. Piloting groups are a problem. If you're two friends sharing an account, I have no issues with that. Right? Like say player X lives in America and player Y lives in, Russia. Two completely opposite time zones. They share an account. They each share an account so that when player X is in KVK, player Y plays in their downtime. And when player Y is in KVK, player X plays in their downtime. I get that. I understand that. And I'm okay with that. It's when you have people quitting the game to specifically go and pilot, that's a problem. That's a problem. And I get the allure, right? Good grief, I can play on this player's account in 1960. I can use commanders I've never used before. They have better equipment than I could ever imagine. Let's do this. Oh, you mean I can get paid to do this as well? Hell yeah. I understand. But it is against the terms of service technically. But the terms of service is written to protect Lilith as a company. They can choose what they enforce and what they don't enforce. Your last Japanese campmate threatened civil war 6 times. We had our 2112. They were Japanese. They were a very, very good kingdom to work with. So it just depends on the group of players. You know, we've had some Turkish kingdoms in our camp that have been super problematic. But then we've had some that have been very, very good allies. You know, so it just depends on the players there and their attitude. Is 1016 still around? I fought against 1016 way back in KVK 2. That's when Roni and Dragothian were there. Yeah, and Kill Point Hungry. I absolutely hate the videos that are done. Oh, these are the top 10 players in Rise of Kingdoms with the best kill points. I would say at least 70% of those are 24/7 piloted accounts. Right? It's not the player that's getting those kill points then. It is the pilots that are getting a vast majority of those. You know, and videos like that put an emphasis on kill points, and that's why you see players chasing kill points in many kingdoms. Or that's why you see videos of is it, I don't want to say the wrong name, is it Luna, that was increasing kill points by slamming her farms into her city? Only the people who are close with VIP support even have the confidence to buy piloting services. Every KVK I get at least a half a dozen direct messages. Do you need a pilot? Do you need a pilot? And my answer is always no. Every single kill point, every single dead troop, every single resource gathered, every single help has been me clicking the mouse or tapping the screen. And I take pride in that. So in addition to transparency and matchmaking, I really, because you can look at somebody's kill points, right? And it breaks it down. T1 through T5. I really wish you could do the same with deads. I really do. Many of these KVKs and the quote-unquote winner of the KVK is determined by DKP, and that can be easily manipulated. So we have deads by tier level. It's going to be an issue. Yeah, that sucks, Skitty. That sucks. If they're not cooperating, they're just chasing kill points. And you know, it's the leadership in a kingdom that sets the example. It's the leadership in the kingdom that enforces the rules. You know, so if their entire leadership team is out there chasing kill points, then they can't, you know, it would be very hypocritical for them to discipline their players who are doing the same. Get some farmers out in this 3777 account. I should still be in the cloud. I'm surprised they haven't zeroed me yet. But we're going to eventually bring this over to 1029 as a farm account. So probably shouldn't even be giving my location live on stream. Apple's gonna send someone to zero me, but hey, it is what it is. If it gets zeroed, it gets zeroed. No great loss here. I want these. Stone deposits. Which, the Alliance credit system? See, we don't keep anything in the shop. Especially during KVK. Oh, I absolutely hate it when players from other kingdoms come to the Alliance and say, oh, can you please put passports in the shop for me? Or can you please put this in the shop for me? We literally have nothing in the shop. If someone in the Alliance wants something, we'll put it in there, right? 90% of this stuff I just sell. Buy those teleports. KVK, I'm using at least 100 teleports. Now we can get a few. Yeah, you can see that. Yeah, not including randoms. Absolutely correct there. You know, and if there are players who have played here that need teleports, who have put their time in, who have put their work in, passports, we'll give them passports to me. And we'll help them out. Now, at the end of the day, if you put your time in, you played KVKs with us, if you want to go explore options elsewhere, you know, hey, more power to you. Is there any fighting anywhere? Couple skirmishes out there. One of these blue at least. There we go. Have to watch anyway. I honestly classified, I didn't even look. Excuse me there. I hit the mute button on the stream deck, but for whatever reason, it's not working in OBS. So my apologies for coughing there into the mic. Yeah, I don't generally check reports from ARC. Did we win? Yes. Okay, good day. Did we lose? Yes. Okay, bad day. But it was Lucci, Alex, and Bai Chi and Wallace. For the middle fights, I tried to bring my 3 cav marches plus Lucci. Only ever had 4 marches on the open field because I was always rallying with archers. Yeah, I don't even save reports. Not worth it. Do I have any of my favorites here? Nope. So as I understand it, if you're running 1 infantry march, it's Bai Chi, Lucci. Bai Chi primary, pincer formation. If you're running 2, it's Lucci, Alex, and BQ Wallace. Or I guess from what Chisgel says anyway, CJ's in that mix as well if you don't have Wallace. Yeah, if you don't have conversion stones to convert to pincer and you're stuck with wedge, then I think Ragnar Scipio is still in play. I did convert some from wedge to pincer because Ragnar Scipio will be my 3rd infantry if I gotta run a 3rd. It's nice to have options. I think infantry though is at a state now that archers were at a year, 2 years, year and a half ago, right? There's multiple combinations that are going to yield good results on the field. Yeah, we spun what, 1,000 some odd times for Bai Chi. So we were able to do a minimal investment. I think it was 310 goldies to expertise him. 2 cavalry primary is HQ Belly, and then I run Arthur William and Nevsky Joan. I'm seriously considering though throwing Philip behind Arthur instead of William. So let's just bookmark this so we can come back here if we need to. So if we do throw Philip, right, or that's Arthur, sorry, where are you, Philip? If we do throw Philip, who's got outstanding leadership gear, we do throw Philip behind Arthur, then we're going to put this leadership gear on the 3rd Infantry March. So this is the 3rd Infantry March. Don't laugh. This is the 3rd Infantry March currently. So we would put it on Ragnar. Leadership set. Need some transmutation stones so I can get this gold gathering and this cavalry defense off of this. Well, no one burned my flag because we always swarm the rallies, right? Snow Goose was always there swarming the rallies. Up there, where they daybreak. Right, but I mean, it got to a point in that KVK where, that last KVK, where if they just saw my name in a flag, shit, Lambo's Garrison, fuck it, we're not going to rally it. Right, even though I had my third gear set up on them, they didn't know that. Henry Boudica? What are we watching here? Henry Boudica, never in my life. I have no idea. It's one that had fighting. 1451. And who is this? 2678. Supreme Leader Luna. And Henry Boudica. Those aren't new kingdoms, though. Those aren't new kingdoms, my friend. What's up, Aussie? No, not even a Gilgamesh. TRN. Those guys are Turkish kingdom. See what we can see here. Where are they even? Expecting Hannibal, Charlemagne. That's right. Good kingdom here. A couple of streamers. Prowl streams. And I don't know the details behind it, so I'm not going to get into it. They got accused of betraying in a certain KVK. As I understand it, this whole all the drama was posted on Fleisch's Discord, and then Baba went in and gave Fleisch a sizable donation, and everything disappeared. They might need coaching from Lamb. No, if they're rallying with Henry Boudica in the first place, not worth my time. Yeah, I don't know exactly what the status was this KVK, right? But it looks like it was possibly a 3 versus 1, possibly. 2v2. I don't know. BVL's over here. Aaron's over here. I don't know. I don't want to say. Yeah, TRN was in water. We were in earth, and that was the KVK where we had the worst kingdom I have ever had as an ally in camp with us. The TRN wanted to attack them. The worst KVK ever. After that KVK, we had 6 R4s quit the game. But that's also after that KVK that brought us Captain Stinkfist and his group of players into the kingdom. And we've just gotten better and better from there. I think we're stronger now than we ever have been. It was a very mentally draining KVK. Very mentally draining. I didn't have a problem with TRN in that KVK. They were very respectful, but it was the other kingdom in our camp. Complete and total douchebags. And I forget the kingdom number. I'm sure Mad Mania remembers. Until the Subutai there. Stop the. Why'd they disband the rally so soon? I don't get it. I don't get it. Put gear on the commander or what? For dinner, maybe? Oh, here's Mad Mania right here, Spanish Love Feet. Give me 2 minutes. I'll be right back. I gotta hit that. Okay, that's much better. A little Polish scout there. Are these guys 1564? Look them up on Hero Scrolls. $12.6 billion power, 400 billion kill points, 2.7 billion deads. Let's compare that to 1029. 11.7 billion power, 582 billion kill points, 2.7 million deads. Very similar. It'd be fun to fight these guys. I know they're fighters. Again, that was Hero Scrolls, which is heroscroll.com. Credit where credit is due. You guys have a very nice website. I also use prokingdoms.com when I want to look at stats from KVKs. Where's the rally, guys? Where's the rally? Okay, lick my crit to play on words there. Warlord with 3.5 billion kill points. Get some farmers out again. I can get a few more gem nodes farmed before reset here. If Classified hasn't started farming them all already. If we can find them.
One time to make amends. No more consequence, only evidence. I'd walk through fire just to be understood in my own neighborhood. No one told me that I could. All alone in a world where I can seem to feel at home.
There's one up by Captain earlier. So there sure is. We're gonna see another Henry Boudica here.
No remorse, wasted was you, but you left me alone inside these empty, broken walls. And I
So what? None of these other camps are putting pressure on Earth Camp anywhere. It's just fights in that corner and that's it.
alone inside this empty, broken hall.
How do I know 63 BS?
The reason why my soul is tainted.
From Osiris? Did we face them a couple times maybe? Oh yeah, we did, didn't we?
Somebody
I
help
think they whooped us.
'cause I'm feeling trapped and I don't know what to do. There's no one to save me from this hurt I feel deep within my bones. Did you ever think of me and see the things I did? Sold my soul and everything I was to the lowest bid. Crawled into your
League, I think.
every single time. You got into my mind. You got into my mind. But all I ever wanted was you. But you left me.
Yep, right here.
Inside these empty, broken walls that I can't see it clearly, but it's obvious
That was a very good match.
that you left me alone inside.
Unfortunately, our match against JST took place on Easter Sunday.
And now you'll be
We beat FN though, so we won one of our 3 group stages. I'll take it.
so how can I fix this? 'Cause I need to stop the aching in my head. My heart is breaking. Yeah, I'm tired of being stuck in the past. Did you ever think of me and see the things I did? Sold my soul and everything I was to the lowest bid. Crawled into your poison dome, yet every single time you got into my mind. You got into my mind. But all I ever wanted was you. But you left me alone.
No more rallies on this flag? Come on, guys.
Broken walls that I can't see it clearly, but it's obvious. I know that you left
We got very few players in here from the Yum.
broken hall, and now you'll be the reason why my soul is tainted.
Where he going?
The reason my soul is tainted. You're the reason why my soul is tainted. You're the reason why my soul is tainted. You're the reason why my soul is tainted.
Oh, there's Mr. Siege. Run away, run away. You're gonna come out again now that they're retreating. You watch. Is that a siege skin? In any case, guys, I think I'm probably boring y'all here. We've only got 11 people watching, so I think we're gonna call it a day. Short stream today. We'll maybe fire one up tomorrow. We'll see what happens. I know there's other people streaming out there. We're gonna get you over to Mr. Apocalypse Gaming. Appreciate your time. Appreciate you hanging out with me for a little bit today. Snow Goose, thank you for the 5 gifted. Hey Matt, how's it going? But, we're calling it here, and we'll catch y'all on the next one. Have a great night.